Um, Warm greetings, dear all audience around the world, parents, educators, and students. Welcome to the Real Talk with Experts, hosted by me, Professor Anya Lampo, and Professor Dr. Arjun Kuresi. I'm Professor Anya Lampo, advisor at Elegant Empire Education. I'm a STEM instructional researcher. I'm working at the Greek Ministry of Education and the Greek Astronomy and Space Company. Welcome again to our Sustainable Development Goals journey towards 2030. This forum is powered by Elegant Empire Education Malaysia, a prestigious educational-based organization which focuses on quality education for all, regardless race, country, and religion. Our idealistic and visionary founder, Ambassador Professor Esther Mala, focuses on upholding a quality education that develops individuals from all walks of life to their potential, which ignites curiosity, enriches knowledge, and nurtures personal and professional growth. Her vision matches with the mission of Elegant Empire Education as it curates a diverse range of online summits, workshops, webinars, and training sessions led by experts and outstanding leaders from various fields. Elegant Empire Education creates an inclusive and supportive environment, and by harvesting the power of technology and innovation, and through this platform, we aim to collaboratively organize educational events that will enhance knowledge dissemination, skill development, and fostering a lifelong learning global community. Elegant Empire Education strictly follows the slogan, quality education for all. And today, our session is very, very relevant. It's about plastic and planet. And we're very honored to have with us an expert environmental education, Professor P.S. Kumar. And now I would like to give the floor to Dr. Anjuma to introduce our panelists for today.
Yeah. Greetings, Reverend. I'm Dr. Arjun Kureshi, moderator for this event, and I welcome Honorable panelist Dr. P.S. Kumar for this wonderful session. And I also welcome Dr. Esther Mala and Dr. Rani Lampo from Greece. And today, let's continue this journey of sustainable development goals. And today, we'll be discussing about a very interesting topic, that is planet versus plastic. Because whenever we talk about how a planet is getting affected, so one of the terms that goes consistently into our mind is about plastic. So we are like always worried about how plastic is having an impact on our nature. And it also gives us a thought that what we should be doing to protect our environment and conserve the natural resources. And if you talk about plastics, yes, in 2023, there were it is said that there were nearly 500 million plastic bags, 1 million bags per minute were produced worldwide. So this is, in fact, a very great figure, but we will be knowing about what are these plastics, and how these plastic products that we use every day, how it is affecting us and how it is affecting the environment around us. So once again, I would like to welcome our honorable esteemed panelists, Dr. P.S. Kumar, sir, who is the Executive Director at Prithvi Brocare Private Limited and International Management Transformation Speaker. I welcome you, sir, for this session, for this forum. And to start with, sir, I just will be discussing on this topic, planet versus plastic. So I just have a few questions for you. And firstly, I would like to know, like, what are plastics?
Yeah. Good evening to everyone, and I'm happy to be a part of this today's session. Am I audible? My screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Plastics is a man-made material. Man-made material in the sense is it's a byproduct from a chemical, or a byproduct of a chemical product from petrol and diesel. When we are doing a processing of thing, we will get a byproduct. So this man-made material is wonderful material. There are mainly two types of plastics. One is called thermoplastics. Another one is thermosets. Thermoplastics can be reused, recycled, reprocessed, everything easily. Thermosets can also be reprocessed, but little difficulty. So plastics are wonderful material. So this material, because of the flexibility it offers. That means moldability, extrusion, functional dimension accuracy, or different colors, different applications. Literally, plastics, we cannot live without plastics. Plastics become inevitable throughout the world. We produce approximately 500 million metric tons of plastics every year. So that means that is the usage of plastics being used that much, that in different application, because it, if you take an automobile, in automobile it reduces the uh, carbon emission by introducing plastics. Your weight of the car comes down. When the weight of the car comes down, if you are putting a diesel or petrol per kilometer or per liter of diesel, you are going around 12 kilometers. If you remove all the plastic components in your automobile and replace it with suitable material, your automobile will go only for 6 kilometers. That means, assuming that you are consuming around 30 million tons of crude oil every day in the world, and if you remove plastics and if you put some other material, you will consume 60 million tons of oil every day. That means that much amount of carbon pollution you are adding to the atmosphere. So plastics are wonder material. I will go in detail when I have the next question for that. Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you. So that was really a wonderful answer to start with about what is plastic. But when we discuss about like how plastics is having an impact on our environment, how it is affecting us. So here, I was just reading one like a kind of plastic that is known as bioplastic. It is said that it is made from some renewable resources and it can be used to reduce the problem of plastic waste that is suffocating the planet and polluting the environment. So my next question here is like, I would like to know more about bioplastics, like what are bioplastics and how it will help to protect the environment.
Oh, very good. Very interesting question. So if you take plastics, as I told you, it's approximately 470 million metric tons per annum by this 2052. And 2050 it is going to be 1,000 million tons per annum. That is the assumption. So if you see the bioplastics is, I'm just going to show some of the graph where it will be explaining later. This is called bioplastics. Here, if you see x-axis, y-axis, one is bio-based, another one is fossil-based. And the x-axis non-biodegradable, here it will be, it is non-biodegradable, it is here biodegradable. So these two things will be there. Only this quadrant, that is bio-based, biodegradable plastics are bioplastics. That means if you bioplastics here also, it is made out of starch. It is made out of our what do you call plant waste something. So what when you do with these things, what will happen is it will not decompose immediately. It will decompose maybe at 48 days, depending upon the polymer additives you are using it. 60 days, 120 days later, it will decompose, but it will decompose. But the problem for this bioplastic decomposing is you need to have a proper atmospheric, proper temperature, proper humidity, then only it will decompose. But in India, many countries or other places, people which is non-biodegradable, bio-based polymer also called as bioplastics. That is wrong. That means many of people getting fooled saying that bio-based PE will degrade. It will not degrade. If you see from this graph, it is very clearly written that bio-based PE.
Sorry to interrupt, Doctor. Are you sharing your PPT now? No, right?
Yeah, I'm sharing it.
Oh, but I didn't see I couldn't see. No, we couldn't see your PPT. Did you share screen?
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
Yeah, never mind.
I'm not getting that. What happened? I'm not getting the screen itself. Esther, can you do one thing? You can take that. I have sent a presentation to you. You can show it because I'm not.
Oh, is it?
I'm not getting the screen that.
Okay. No, you know what happened? You may open at the background. Open first. Minimize the screen. Oh, you cannot minimize, right?
Yeah.
Oh, if you can minimize the screen first.
Okay.
Then you will open the PPT file.
No, yeah. But what happened? I am not getting that.
Paper?
The moment I transfer to you,
Okay, okay, just send it to me. Just send it to me.
yeah, I sent to you in WhatsApp.
Okay.
I am not getting that screen itself.
Oh, you send me on WhatsApp? I haven't received yet.
I sent you afternoon itself. I sent to you.
Oh, you sent to me in afternoon?
Yeah, I can send again.
Oh, okay. No, no, I have it. I have it here. 1 minute.
I don't have an option now. I'm really surprised.
Oh, I didn't know that you want me to share. No problem, no problem. Just few minutes. Okay, 1 minute. I will get it done faster. Oh, I cannot minimize because I'm recording. Never mind. I have to stop recording. Are you recording, Dr. Kumar?
Yeah, I'm recording. I'm recording.
Okay, then later you pass the recording to me. Okay, I will not record. I will stop recording. It is in. Is it not in? How it is in PowerPoint, right?
Yeah, I'm opening it. Wait. I have opened. You will see my screen.
Yeah, yeah, I can see your screen.
Yeah.
Is it okay now? I think
okay.
yeah, it's okay now. It's okay now. You can
It's
go
okay.
back to your screen. Yeah, you can go back to your screen.
Okay. So I just told you. I'm repeating again. There is an x-axis and y-axis. If you take a y-axis, you have bio-based bioplastics. You also have fossil-based bioplastics. If you take an x-axis, non-biodegradable and biodegradable. If you take which is biodegradable and bio-based, that is called bioplastics. That is PLA, PHA, and PBS and starch blend. It is made out of vegetables and plant. The starch is produced, and then you make a plastic out of it. Okay, so this is biodegradable bioplastic. But even then, this will not biodegrade in a day or two. It will degrade around 48 days, 74 days, depending upon the additives what you are mixing into that, increase the properties. If you take other materials, like which is also called as bioplastics, that is bio-based polyethylene, which is non-biodegradable, PET, PEA, PTT, all these things are bio-based bioplastics, but it is not biodegradable in form. In that case, what happened? Anything produced out of this will not decompose. And moreover, if you try to see it, as I told you earlier, our capacity or our consumption is something around 470 metric tons per annum, which means million tons of annum per annum. What we are consuming 2022, 2023, it was something around 500 million tons per annum. Okay. Now, if you see what is the capacity what we are producing, that means throughout the world, the capacity is only 2.18 million metric tons. 2.18 means less than 0.0043 of 470 itself. That means whatever you are getting as bioplastics is not real bioplastics, bio-based, biodegradable. These bioplastics, which normally used in the medical field, where the people does the wound stitching and all which happen inside your body, where that will be used. That means 0.0043% only. And whatever you are getting it in the market as bioplastic bag, it is not bio-based biodegradable. It is bio-based non-biodegradable. So it is a misconception. Under the surface, it is very expensive. If you go for a very expensive bag, put it in water. If it got solved, then it is called bio-based bioplastics, which is biodegradable. If it is not soluble, then it will not degradable, biodegradable. So what I am trying to say is bioplastics, it will take a long time because just take a potato. You buy 1 kg of potato, you can make around maybe 100 grams of bioplastics. Even if you take 1 kg of potato for $5 and convert it into, that's the process is involved, you make a plastics out of it, it should be more than $7 because the process is involved. That is 100 grams, $7. That means you will take 1 kg, then it will be $70. $70, 1 kg of bioplastics, who is going to make it and give you a bag and which is in the shopping mall? So it is not going to come. So people also call bio-based and non-biodegradable plastics as bioplastics. So be cautious about it. It is not real bioplastics.
That is really great to know because we thought that when we hear the term bioplastic, so there is some kind of plastic that is going to be biodegradable. But it is really very interesting to know that every bioplastic that we are getting around us is actually not biodegradable. Most of them are non-biodegradable. That is
Yeah.
very really very interesting to know. And I would like to even know about even other type of plastics, like some of the terms that are generally being used nowadays is like microplastics and nanoplastics. It is said that they're very small in size and they're called as micro or nano because they're because of their size. And these terms are only, though they are very different, but these terms are used interchangeably. And they might be having their own characteristics, first of all. But yes, as far as I know, even it is even harmful. We are we are a large amount of this microplastics and nanoplastic is entering our body every day, and it is affecting us every day. But still, we have very less information about it. So today, my next question here is like, actually, I would like to know about what are those by nanoplastics and microplastics and how these are affecting our lives.
Very, very interesting question. So, microplastics and nanoplastics are very small in size. If you take it, no, it is, you cannot see it at all. It will be, that is the reason it is called microplastics. And nanoplastics is much more smaller than that. Like on your different side, you can see a material which is on your finger. That means what is the size of things, which you may not be able to notice out. There are so many particles of nanoplastics which will be flying in the air, which you will inhale without your knowledge. Why it is happening if you take it? So it may be a vehicle going or tire. Tire is nothing made out of polymer rubber. So that what happens when the automobile is traveling on road, it rubs up with the fixed surface. It creates a lot of fine dust which you cannot see in anything. And when the rain goes, it wash out into the river or the sea, and it also flies in the atmosphere. So that goes into your nervous system, and you inhale that goes into your body. And that is the nanoplastics, what we talk about. And when you say bioplastics and nanoplastics, yes, you need to have high quality of binding material. That production of nanoplastics, production of bioplastics has to come down by means of rubbing or against our frictional things which happens over. If you take, just for example, if you take your tea in a paper cup, okay, most of us drink tea in a paper cup, and we think that it is a paper cup. Actually, it is not a paper cup. It is a plastic cup. People think that it is a paper cup, and the paper cup, if you just take one A4 sheet and roll it out and put tea into it, it will not hold because it will sog it and come out. Whereas paper cup, it will hold. What is the reason is you just peel off the paper cup slowly. You can see a thin layer of plastics in the inner surface of the cup. That means it is a plastic cup coated with the paper on the outer side. That means micron is very, very small. By taking a hard tea, it was proved in India again, 25,000 of microplastics goes every time into your body. Because hot tea, when you pour into that material, what happens is you are getting a lot of microplastics is generated and you are drinking the tea. That means 25,000 of microplastics goes into your body. So, can we prevent it? Only thing is, we should ban paper cup. Okay, banning paper cup is not possible. Why it is not possible is people invented paper cup and created a thin layer of plastics to improve the convenience and use and throw. There is no use and throw plastics. People say that single-use plastics. We don't use it as single-use gold. We don't call it as a single-use silver. But here, the plastics, people call it as a single-use plastics. That means it is our lethargy, our behavior pattern, which made them sense to dispose it. That means littering is done by us, not by plastics. And we blame the plastics. We don't throw the gold on the road, you don't throw your silver on the road, but you throw plastics on the road just because it is available free. Okay, so littering is done by us and we cannot blame the plastics. So microplastics and nanoplastics can be avoided provided you start using it in a proper form. Microplastics, nanoplastics will not come in the bottle. It will not come in. Wherever it is coming in, rubbing against something, like I told here, in different forms. Diapers, laces, disposable masks, okay, and plastic pellets, early from the industry, foam, microbeads. These things are a creator of microplastics. So the moment because why these people have developed? Because we want to reduce the cost. We want to reduce that is a mistake what people are doing it. We should not go for a material selection. We don't use silver for a tin requirement, or we use as a tin for a silver requirement. Similarly, plastic, just because it is available cheap, and we try to use it everywhere, and we created a thing, and we call it as and so microplastics and nanoplastics are created by us because of the benefit of cost, and we have to live with that. So if you want to avoid nanoplastics and microplastics, you move out of that usage of that plastic in that applications.
That's really wonderful, sir, and because even we never realized, we just know about these terms, nanoplastic, microplastics, and but how it is entering our lives every day. Like most of us are really unaware about this till now. And like you were giving examples of a paper cup, yes, of course, if we take a paper and just pour some liquid into it, it will not be able to, we can keep that liquid into that paper cups made of simple paper, and but how the paper cup that is available in the market is being used every day for drinking tea, coffee, and other kind of juices and water and everything. So, but now, sir, like yes, plastic, if you say, it is just because it has become a very important part of our life. In fact, yes, with some awareness now, we have started to avoid plastic, but still there are many uses that we can't totally avoid plastic. There are still many things like we can say we can't avoid plastic. So, so somewhere like I was thinking when I was listening to about what is bioplastic, what is microplastic and nanoplastic. So somewhere now I have started thinking, and in fact, this I would like to know about it from you. Like, can we live without plastics, or if you want to live with plastics, then how should we live?
Oh, wonderful question. Yeah. In my personal opinion, you cannot live without plastics. The reason is you have seen it over here. I will just go through it. Like when you see everywhere plastics has come. So what you can try to say, even if you take every renewable energy where we talk about, okay, you take cables and wires, XLPE, cross-linked polyethylene, polyvinyl chloride, rubber, you name everything, polyethylene, PTFE, everything is plastics. Can you live without electricity? It is not possible. Carrying electricity without insulation is very expensive and it is very dangerous. So the cables, till you remove the cables, you cannot live without plastics. So till we find the alternative super material which is cost effective and user friendly. XLPE and all, life of the XLPE, once it is cross linked, it goes up to 40, 50 years, nothing will happen. So the copper conductor is kept, XLPE is on co-exploded. You take windmills, okay, in windmills, a huge, almost 50% of the windmills are with plastics because of the ability to perform what is the requirement, which is not possible by any other material in the world. And you take solar, 10% of the material is again plastics in solar. So if you name any applications, it is very difficult. Like you take aerospace. Aerospace, approximately around 50% of the components are plastics. So in your life, currently you cannot live with the plastics. But what you can, how to do? So what a good question you asked. So the plastics waste to be converted. That means reduce the consumption of plastics, like I told you. Wherever it is needed, you have to use plastics. Wherever it is not needed, you should not use the plastics. And once the moment you reduce the reduction, then it can come to the recycling. Recycling, oh, just give you a small example, I'll give it to you. Like you are drinking water in PET bottles. Okay. After drinking water, you crush it and put it in the bin. Okay. Assuming that PET bottle goes for recycling. No, it doesn't go for recycling. Many countries, the same PET bottle is being taken. Only they remove the cap, put the ordinary water, which is not good for human consumption, and put only one cap on top of it. Okay, and seal the cap, because the moment you put inside and press it, it becomes a seal. So you think that you are getting a sealed bottle water. No, it is not a sealed bottle water. So how you can avoid it? I told you, you cannot take water in your, because no other material in the world can carry 18 grams of material can carry 1 liter of bottle, 1 liter of water. So after squeezing, after drinking the water, I request you to put the cap, squeezing it inside the bottle. That means bottle has, after drinking water, the bottle has cap inside. In that case, people have to reprocess. People have to go for recycling. Similarly, every application, if you do it, here in Hyderabad, if you see it, the pavement blocks are made out of plastics. Garden furnitures, roads are being made. But the problem with the government and contractors is, once it is made, approximately around 30, 40 years, no need of any replacement, no need of anything. So the contractor does not make money. So they don't want to make a plastic road. Okay. In fact, India holds a patent right till 2024. And any plastic road made here, the life of the plastic road will go to 18 to 20 years without any wear and tear. Whereas in the India, you just see it, any road is laid except the national highways. All the roads will go for a touch-up work or repair work within 7 months to one year, depending upon the flood and the things are coming in. So the only way to live with plastic is use it effectively and reuse. That's why I told you, reduce the consumption, recycle the process, and reuse into the alternative. Here also, many cups and buckets, mugs, or furniture you are getting it is not made out of virgin plastics. It is made out of recycled material. So, but what happens is, when you go for a recycled material, people think it is bad. It is cheap. No, it is not cheap. You are again, it is costly, because you are throwing it. Somebody has to pick it up from your place, go, and you are mixing it differently, and you have to clean up, and then you have to go and process it. Because if you mix it in aluminum and copper and put it in a furnace, copper will melt at a long temperature. Tin and aluminum will melt at a earlier temperature itself. Similarly, in plastics, different plastics are there. So you need to segregation. So first thing is, what you need to do is, littering you should not do. That means I am not talking about you, mean individual you. It is we humans should not litter the plastics. The moment we stop littering, proper reduction will come, proper reuse will come. If it is not possible, go for proper recycling can become. So 100% plastics can be recycled if it is a properly disposed with respect to thermoplastic. With respect to thermosan, still it is possible, but it is a little bit expensive process. Still, again, you have to go for it, because if you are putting or a landfill, you are doing it, you are harming the society, you are harming the natural earth bed. So water will not seep through, all the problems will come. So we have to use plastics intelligently.
Yes, sir. We have to use plastics. In fact, totally avoiding plastics is not that possible for us. But as you said, by changing some of our habits, like avoiding littering, it can help us to, reduce the use of plastic. Sometimes even we say that changing our habits, like if I need to go to go to buy some groceries and all. So instead of going to the shop and getting a plastic bag from there, I can take a bag from my house. So it is a very small initiative which every human being can do, and this will actually reduce the use of plastic. It is very normal nowadays. We just go out somewhere and we feel thirsty and we buy Bisleri water for us, and that is again a plastic bottle. So instead of that, if we just carry some bottle from our house, some steel bottle and all from our house, so I think even that. So there's some small initiatives, but I think they should be just trying to reduce the use of plastic because living without plastic is not possible. And then last question, so before concluding the session, I know you're a researcher in this field. You have the presentation that is really amazing. It is very informative and very knowledgeable. And as you are also like the director of Prithvi Grow Care, Prithvi, which means Earth. So, being an SDG enthusiastic and being a researcher in this field, so I would like to know, like, what are your plans for through your research or through this organization? What are some of your plans for humanity?
Yeah, very good question. Very good question. We are involved with different recycling people. That means there's a huge money is involved because there's a huge profit will be there. The problem with all these people is mixed plastics. The people throw and garbage like this. So here it will have polycarbonate, polystyrene, polyethylene, everything will get mixed up. So if you start littering properly, that means you have to segregate. Like foreign countries, especially Germany and Japan, does not ban plastics. What they do is they increase the thickness of a bag. Currently, what happened in some countries, plastics bags are banned. Like if you take it India, plastic bags are banned because India we go on up to a micron thickness of around 20 micron bag because 20 micron bag it can still carry. But what happened is in abroad, if you see USA, Germany, and Japan, they don't make any bag less than 150 micron. So in that case, what happens is 150 micron, you will not throw it out. Even if you throw it out also, it is very easy to, it is not fly like other things. It's a thick, heavy. So it can be collected back. So what we are trying to do is now plastics recycling, we are helping the people. We are already working with the two projects for a different reason. I cannot tell the names of the companies and what we are doing it. Plastic recycling, people are huge. Like if you take world average in India, India is better than the world. Like littering is done mostly in abroad, not in India. India people know the value of the money. It get converted into plastics. But the problem is mixed plastics. Mixed plastics we cannot do. We have to go for some product which is non like garden furniture something like that. We are helping them also to start using the mixed plastics in different product which is not going for a main purpose. So, as a company, Prithvi Grow Care, Prithvi in Sanskrit means earth. So, earth we have to protect, we have to care about earth. That's the reason our company. We have experts of around 700 years combined experience on different subjects. Plastics is one of them. And nowadays, what we are recommending to the government and recommending to the institutions also, start responsibility of using the recycled bottle. Like, if you go to Germany, if you buy a Coke, and you don't throw the Coke bottle on the dustbin because you buy a Coke at airport and some mall you are going there, you can return the Coke to another vendor and take approximately around 40 cents or 50 cents you can take from him. 40 cents you convert it into Indian rupees, it's approximately 40 rupees. 40 rupees, nobody will throw it on the dustbin, correct? So we are ensuring it that recollection of the bottles happening. The Coke is taking the responsibility. But regulations has to come in other countries. The production person has to take the responsibilities. Then the recycling will be. And he should be using it he should make some other product. Coke is compelled to use PET bottle and Coke is going to produce t-shirts or Coke t-shirts or something. They can sell it back. Again, so it will go, we are ensuring that the responsibility will be given to Coke. That is how organized our market are growing, and we are trying in India, and we are working with the processes, and we are helping them to convert into other products which is not harmful.
Yes, so that was really a very wonderful message. In fact, we keep on this blaming plastic, but the waste that is being produced is actually because of our habits, the way the people are disposing the plastic, and they need to realize that you're not just throwing away plastic bag, but the collectively, if we see how all the people are using plastic and simply disposing it off after a single use. So we are polluting the air, we are polluting water, we are causing land pollution, and there are many harmful effects of it. And that was really a great session knowing about the plastic and how it is affecting the environment, how it is affecting our lives. And still, sir, because I think you have much more to share. I can see a wonderful PPT with a wonderful presentation with you. So now, sir, the forum is open for you. Anything that you would like to share? And we also have some participants with us. So any one of them, if you want to ask some questions, so the forum is open. You can either unmute yourself and ask questions, or you can type the questions in the chat box. So the forum is open for questions from the participants. And sir, even if you want to share anything more about plastic, just free for it. Any questions, Dr. Rania?
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Kumar. I'm really very surprised with all these innovative solutions that you suggested concerning plastic waste. I want you to actually to share with you the alarming fact of microplastics, because I live in Greece here, and every day in the news, we have a special article about how this affects our health. Not only in Greece, but in Europe and I guess globally. So all recent studies show that we have detected microplastics in various parts of the human body, blood, lung, everywhere. This causes, of course, inflammatory problems, cellular damage, endocrine disruption. So, I mean, how in this short term, how can we be protected about this? Because I think it's out of control now. What's happening, microplastics in the health, it's out of control. It seems that.
First thing is a very good question. Thank you very much. More thing is to start from us, the individual, all of us has to stop littering the plastic first. The moment you see here, in 2050, according to the survey, you will have more fish than, you will have more plastic than fish in the entire world, in the sea. That means that this amount of plastics has gone into the sea. Now, collecting the bottles from sea is so big, difficult problem. And you don't know that this water fishes use eating it. So the plastic goes into the fish body. Again, you eat the fish, the plastic comes to you. So whatever you are using, almost currently is 3 fish out of 5 fishes will have microplastics. That means if you eat any fish, you will definitely have more than 70% chance that you will have a microplastics into your body. So what you need to do is first stop littering. Don't throw it out. And put the manufacturer responsible for recycling it. Like in Germany, what they do it in Coke and Pepsi, no Coke and Pepsi bottle are in the waterbed or it goes for. It is the responsibility of the Coke and Pepsi. They produced 1,000 tons of PET bottles every day. They have to recycle 1,000 tons of PET bottles. They have a collection system. That is the only way we have to ensure that. Because till we find the alternative material, I don't think in near future, it is not possible for us to find the alternative material which is cost effective and friendly. That means processability. That means you can able to produce and with the lesser weight. All this in cost effective. It is very difficult to find another material. So the only way to use responsible consumption again is the SCG. Responsible consumption of plastics and responsible disposal of the plastics is the only way to come out of this nanoplastics and microplastics. It is not, plastics is not creating it. It is we create the nanoplastics and we create the microplastics. So the problem is with us, not with the material.
Yes, thank you for this reply. Definitely, depends on responsible consumption, of course, public awareness and education for everyone around us. And the second thing that I want to ask you, you talked about plastic waste in clothing. What are the challenges on this? How easy it is, and what are the considerations and all these difficulties in order to achieve?
Yeah, plastics in clothes, it's PET is widely used now. It is very, like, without your knowledge, whatever you're using, most of the clothes, polyester is nothing but plastics. Polyester, we think that it is something made out of cotton. It is not made out of cotton. 100% is made out of plastic only, polyester. So, polyester, most of your clothes, whatever you are wearing, it is with the plastics. So, what I'm trying to say is, already it has maybe around 70% of the clothes are already with plastics. And recycled plastics is also possible. Nowadays, what happens is recycled plastics are made into yarn, like especially PET, and that yarn will be reprocessed. And that means, again, color can be given, can be any number of times you can keep on using it. Because so what will happen is the life cycle, what that's called is a circular economy. One high-end product to the second level product, from second level product to the third level product. First will be food product, that means a bottle. Second will be overcoat. Third, it can be garden furniture. So like this, we can go. And after garden furniture, still if you want to recycle, you can use it as a lamppost. And after lamppost, again, you can use it as a paver block on the road. Because each life cycle, you are increasing the life cycle by 50, 70 years every time. Because a paver block will not degrade for 70, 90 years also. It goes like this. Unless there is, you damage it. Very difficult to damage a paver block. You start, then if it is becoming difficult, if it's broken, melt it and use it as a plastic road. So the only way to do is responsible production, responsible consumption will make your plastics. You can live with plastics. You cannot live without plastics. Is my humble opinion.
Yes, definitely. So if we educate consumers about the benefits and quality of recycled polyester, that would be essential to increase, of course, acceptance and demand for sustainable clothing. Right?
Yes, because sustainable clothing comes in picture because as long as you are going to properly dispose, it is also sustainable. If you are not disposing it properly, if you throw it on the beach, if you throw it on some river, if you throw it on the sea, it becomes non-sustainable. So the moment you start recycling it, it is sustainable.
Yes, definitely right. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, thank you. Anybody else, you have any questions? There are more general public or somebody, maybe somebody who has a doubt, you can ask me.
Sir, I would like to ask something.
Yeah, tell your name. I'm not seeing your name.
Yes,
Tell.
sir. This is Archana, and I would like to ask you a question. So, while awareness is increasing, there is still a gap of bridge in some rural communities about the knowledge of plastic and their effects. So, one of the challenges in tackling this plastic pollution is rising awareness in these rural areas. So, what are the strategies do you think would be most effective if we are reaching out to these communities and raising their awareness on how to tackle with this and improve their awareness of like uh, recycling the plastic and using recycled plastic, reduce its consumption?
Yeah, the easiest method is make school children be aware of what is the benefits of plastics. I told you earlier, first example, if you remove plastics from our automobile and replace it with a suitable material, your diesel or petrol consumption doubles up. That means 1 million tons of oil is used per day, it becomes 2 million tons of oil. That means that much amount of carbon dioxide will come. So now world is around 420 ppm of carbon dioxide in atmosphere. The moment it becomes 620, it is not possible for us to live. I'm telling you, 620 is not long time. It's only 70 years. If you are going at the same speed, now what you are doing is, you are going to not exist in the planet as livable planet. All things will go 620p. The only way to do is carbon neutrality, reduce the carbon. So how to reduce the carbon? You have to start using the material effectively. So the under service you tell to the people like no, Aksana, you may be maybe around 20-year-old girl assuming that you will live through that because another 70 years we will be around maybe 80 plus 100. But your grandchildren will not live in the world. Your responsibility leave the world in a proper condition to your daughter or son, then to your granddaughter and grandson also. So start using it effectively. We have given a lot of things to the people. Like one thing what you told is like today onwards, you stop buying food on Zogi and Zomato, where you are not going to get the packed material in plastics. Okay. Then what will happen? Single-use plastics, or they saw it will not come and you throw the garbage. It is with rice and sabji or something. What happens is cows eats. So your cow is getting killed because of the plastics. It is not eating the plastic. It is because of the aroma of the food. Cows is eating it, elephant eating it. All the problems. Similarly, I told about paper cups. So this, like you should where you really easy to use plastic is because it is available cheap. Immediately use it. Don't use it. Responsible consumption is what I'm saying is by come from individual. People should not use plastics unnecessarily. And if at all, if you use a plastic, don't use a thin plastic bag. Go for a big plastic bag. Because now you do not know your grocery costs in India and Asia has increased by 24% just because you put a ban on plastics. 24% your price has increased because, and you have to buy a cotton bag. You have to make some other bag. All these things, what happens is, earlier they were giving it free. Now you are buying it. Even if you are available in the shop, you have to pay for it. So this is because of us. Our price has gone up. Second, our packaging is increased. Packaging has to start looking at in a different way. Like reuse, I told you, we have to change the policy. Government should change the policy. Responsibility should come to the manufacturer. Like Hyundai or Ford or Volkswagen is producing 10,000 tons of plastics every day. They should reuse 10,000 tons of plastic into the car again. That means why they are using a virgin plastics on a bumper. There is no need. Bumper, you need to have some other plastics. You can flow modifiers and so many other materials are available. We can increase the impact resistance. All things can be made. But reprocessing responsibility with the car manufacturers. Currently, they are not like this. So, and the moment you are recycling it, the cost goes up. I told you another process. Then you should know what is that. You are ready to pay the extra price. When you go and buy jewelry at Dubai or jewelry at India, Bombay or in Kerala, and we don't mind how many times in the world gold was recycled. Every time they charge making charges, and then you say wastage. Then you say that some other charges, and we pay for that also. Whereas in plastics, you say that recycled plastic you don't want to buy. Why? It is also same material only, no? It is a man-made material. Okay. So, and the manufacturer also has to introduce some concepts and methodology by which we can start using a reducing recycling methods. The responsibility, because the cost of responsibility of recycling, like thermoplastic, is very expensive. So you have to make the company, and then you increase the cost of the product also. This will, people should reduce the consumption. So this is the only way you can able to come out of all this.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That was really a very awesome session. And any more questions? That we can continue with the discussion. Dear participants, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself or you can type the questions in the chat box.
Oh, you have read the nothing is there, no? Anything else is there? Somebody wrote in the chat box. I didn't read it.
Yeah, Dr. Rania and Dr. Anjum, you can ask questions. You can continue. We have time. Our next session starting a bit late. Yeah. Or Dr. Kumar, if you have any more to share, you can continue to share.
No, thank you. Mine is over. Thank you very much, and thanks for your interactive and more detailed questions, enabling me to explain to you. All the best. Thank you very much, and wish you all success. Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah, Dr. Anjum, is it over? Do you have anything more?
Yes, so yes, now.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
good discussion.
You want to have discussion or you want to end it?
Yeah, we can conclude. Any more
Yeah.
questions?
Yeah. So,
We can
Dr.
conclude.
Pass it. Yeah, just close. Pass it to Dr.
Later, one thing I will recommend to you, you can send this presentation to all the people who are attended to that. So if they have any more further questions, they can write to me and I am ready to answer to that. We all as a human, as well as responsible citizen are there. We have to protect Earth in whatever possible ways. And we at Prithvi Grow and as an individual, Dr. P.S. Kumar, I am there to help you and support you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Dr. Kumar is so generous. He's very generous and he's so, readily available to assist anyone. So it's really a great time today and I really enjoyed. I think this is one of the best forum session. Yeah, Dr. Anjum and Dr. Rania, what do you say?
Yeah, sure. This is one of the best sessions. In fact, it was so
We learned
interesting.
a lot.
Yes.
Really very interesting to know about plastic.
Yes. We would like to have more session in future, Dr. Kumar.
Yes,
So
please.
if you have anything, please text me. We
Yeah.
love to have you again. And dear participants, I really admire for you to join us and ask questions. Archana, thank you so much. And I think most who else here is Archana, Dr. Balamurugan, and Jayawant, and then there's another person I don't know, and also Mr. Thiru. Thank you for joining us today. You can always watch our live on every Wednesday. But next week will be on Thursday because I will not be available. So you can watch live on my Facebook, Estera. Okay, I will type it here. Please take note. Our SDG forum is on every Wednesday, but next week will be just look out for the poster on my timeline. You will know when is our session. Yeah, I've already text. I already put in the chat box. Okay, thank you. Okay, Dr. Rania and Dr. Anjum, thank you so much. Please conclude the session, Dr. Rania.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Anjum Puresi, Dr. Estera, our expert panelist, Dr. P.S. Kumar, and all participants. It's my honor to give the closing remarks to the forum Real Talk with Experts. What a joy to organize this forum online and to be able to welcome experts and dignitaries in the field of education, which is a good sign to collaborate together to enhance education system globally. I would strongly emphasize that the slogan "Quality Education for All" accomplishes the mission and vision of elegant empire education. While plastic has become a vital part of modern life, plastic pollution is a threat to the planet and our health. Thank you, Professor Dr. P.S. Kumar, Executive Director of Prithvi Grow Care, for presenting some significant innovative solutions concerning plastic waste. These innovations are helping to recycle more plastic, reduce microplastics in water, and cut emissions. We talked about bioplastics, biodegradable plastics, and research in biodegradable plastics aims actually to reduce the persistence of plastics in the environment. We talked about the conversion of plastic waste into clothing, which is an innovative approach to address the dual challenges of plastic pollution and sustainable fashion. So all these benefits of plastic recycling we learned today, of course, concern sustainable development because this promotes a circular economy where materials are reused and recycled rather than discarded. This encourages innovation, recycled technologies, and sustainable product design. Of course, environmental protection, resource conservation, and let's not forget about economic benefits also. Very important that you focused also on microplastics and nanoplastics and all the impact on environment and of course on health and human health And you suggested some mitigation strategies, such as developing alternative materials and designs that could reduce plastic degradation, waste management, responsible consumption, public awareness, and of course, don't forget about regulation, because of course, at the micro level, government on this. So before putting this forum into a close, let us give a big applause to Professor Dr. Ajum also for hosting and moderating this forum. Thank you again, Professor P.S. Kumar, for your very informative talks. A heart of gratitude I would address to the brilliant audience, the teachers, parents, students who made it here with us today out of their busy schedules. We will meet again next week with another interesting topic. And before I let you go, let us give a big thank you to Ambassador Professor Esther Mahler, the visionary founder, the brain and the heart of Elegant Higher Education as a project director. See you soon.
Thank you so much. I think we can stop recording, Dr. Kumar.
Yeah.